Hey there, boys and girls. This is Christine at the Steak and Brush, coming back to you today on this very, very hot July day. So please excuse me if I completely melt away. I am going today to do a little eyeshadow or eye look tutorial with the Colourpop Disney Villains Misunderstood palette. I don't know if you watched my previous videos, I had purchased this through the Disney store. Actually, they had a great deal on it, and it came with a broken shadow. So it took another week, but I finally got the whole palette intact. So we're gonna let me talk a little bit about this first. First of all, it is my first time using a Colourpop palette, and oh, these shadows, or at least the ones I've worked with, oh, they're beautiful. Very nicely pigmented. They blend so easily. My biggest problem with this palette, and strangely enough, I had the same problem with the Born to Run knockoff from C Color Cosmetics, and it has nothing to do with the formula at all. It's not even the colors, it's just there's too many shimmers. And I love glittery colors, I really do, but I want enough matte colors to be able to make a complete look out of it, out of one palette. And with this, we have four mattes and one, I'm going to call it an in-between. It's more, I would say it's almost a shimmer, and as opposed to the glittery ones. But we've got a white, which really is not going to do you anything except for maybe a little bit of blending, some brow bone highlight, a black, which is great for some, you know, deepening up of the colors or something super dramatic. But you know, you're not going to use those in a lot of everyday looks, or it's not going to be your main color. It's just going to be just a touch. So that leaves us with these two, this peachy, fleshy tone right here. And you know, that's good for an overall color, but for me it's really too light to be a transition color. So that leaves this orangey tan color to be a transition color, which I'm fine with that. I use, you know, I'm actually going to use that as a transition color today, but I don't want that to be my only transition color. The only other matte we have is this dark blue, and I have no problem using blue eyeshadow, but again, it's just not, it's really only giving me two colors here, this blue and this orange as transition colors. And I want to do all my, you know, I want to do one eye look out of one palette. So that's the only problem I have with this. I think it retails for, it's supposed to be like $27 or something. You can find it on sale. I got this for $16.50, I think, from the Disney store. But so, you know, Colourpop, great deal, you know, for all of their palettes. I'm definitely going to be investing in some more. So what I'm going to do today is a little more dramatic than I would normally do for a regular everyday look. You're going to see I'm going to take it out a little farther out in the outer corners of my eye, but you know, to simplify that, you can just cut it off shorter if you like. But let's start here. I've already got all of my face makeup on. I am actually testing out I'm doing a foundation review on the Wet n Wild Cushion Foundation. I will link that up here. I'm not sure yet. This is the first time I've actually linked the video. So look up in one of these corners and you will see the link to that video. And then the rest of my face, real quick, I'll go through it. I have the Peach Blur setting powder because, again, it's 300 degrees. So if you see me with my trusty little fake fan here, trying to keep my makeup from melting off, you know what I'm doing. I have my bronzer, as always, is my Unique Beachfront Bronzer in Malibu. My blush is this Alamar Cosmetics. I got it in a BoxyCharm, and I'm using this middle color, which is Paraiso, sorry, no D in there. I have my Artist Couture Loose Highlight in Summer Haze, and then just my primer, which is my No Problem Primer, and the Prime Essence. Oh, no, I forgot. I do have my concealer, as always, my Maybelline Age Rewind in Fair. So that's all the makeup I've got in my face right now. So I'm going to start with a little bit of the Wet n Wild Photo Focus concealer, putting it down as a primer. It's probably a little dark for a primer, but I had it, and I kind of broke my e.l.f. eye primer, so oops. It was just like in a little lipstick bullet, and I forgot to roll it down before I put the lid on. And it's still there, but it doesn't want to work as well. So we're just gonna use concealer. It'll work. Alright, eyes are primed. Now, I'm gonna use different brushes. I don't have fancy brushes. I don't have the Sigma or the Morphe or any of those. I'm just going to use a very kind of fluffy brush. It's not really a blending brush because it's got this taper to it. It's just this cute little Harry Potter wand set that my sister-in-law got me for Christmas. I'm just going to use that, and I'm going to use Tragic up here in the corner. I'm going to go into it, and I am going to put that all over the entire eyelid. And as you can see, that is a pretty good match for my regular skin color. So it makes a nice setting shade for my primer to help everything blend in really well. And as always, I have my quick color remover. I'll wipe my brushes off in there. Even though I'm not using another color on this, I do this after every use to keep my brushes cleaner. Then I am going to go in with this was a Luxie 209. I guess I do have something that has some names to it. It's a large shader. I got this in a BoxyCharm. And I am going in with that orangey tan color called Devious. I'm going to use this for my transition color. And I'm just gonna go right into the crease with that, and since I have hooded eyelids, I am taking it a little higher so that when my eyes are open you can actually see it. I kind of just switch between round brush strokes and the windshield wiping back and forth, and I am going to go out to the outer corner of my eye and a little farther out. Normally I would stop right here, but I want to make this a little more dramatic today. So we're gonna go out. If you try this and you don't really like the results, take some concealer and swipe it right up there. And you can make it nice and clean however you want it. Okay, let's go into the other eye. I'm going to do both eyes at once. And remember, both eyes are never going to look exactly alike. As I had one at Sephora tell me, well, she told me about this, about my eyebrows, but the same thing about your eyes. They're sisters, but they're not identical. our nice transition down. We'll probably need to go back in there in a little bit and deepen it up a bit, but for right now we're going to work with that. Next I am going to take, this is another one of those wand brushes that we've got here, and this is more of a pencil-y brush. Actually, you know what? I am going to go back with this. We'll save that pencil brush for a little bit later. I am going to go into this green Facile. And it has a nice glitter to it. We're going to put it down on about the two-thirds of the lid. Now, when I used this the first time, I was amazed. There is so little fallout. I mean, to have something so pigmented and so glittery with no fallout is just amazing to me. And again, I'm going to take this out just a little further. Just to make it a little more dramatic today. Into the next eye. Now when I go in with these glitter shades, I do have a very light hand when I go into the pan, just because I want to be a little careful with them. Because it's so much darker, I don't want to make too much of a mess. Even though there's no fallout, just if I do something wrong, place it in the wrong spot, it's much easier to clean up. Let me get a little closer to this so you can see just how pretty that color is. Okay. Let me fan off for just a moment. Whew. How hot is it where you are? I'm in Cincinnati. It gets hotter every year. Alright, now I'm going to just dip in with my finger to this, oh no wait, I'm going to go with this one, Diablo, this greenish color. So pretty, it's a greenish yellow, and I am going to just pat it on there. See, I actually went a little too far because I have fat fingers, but we'll blend that out. No setting spray, no nothing. I just got this color payoff just from my finger. Alright, now I'm going to take, this is a unique blending brush. I am going to kind of blend my colors together so there are no harsh lines. Little circular motions here, and don't worry, I know like this side has a lot less green now. I've covered it up, but we're gonna fix that. But we just want to make it look not so harsh. Okay, gonna go back in to that devious color, and I'm going to just kind of tap some on there to correct right here where I've got a little bit of the Diablo too far up. So it's gonna darken my crease up a little bit. Give it a little bit of dimension. Okay. Then I'm going to go back in the Facile, Dr. Facile, is that how you say his name? I think so. And I'm going to darken that back up on the edges. Not right in the center where it needs to be blended, but just on the edges to bring it back out. And when I do that, I'm going to go just a little bit in my crease and pull that over. Again, just to define my crease a little bit more, darken it up. I don't want to do it too much because this is a glittery shade, and those don't usually perform so well in the crease because you don't want to bring a light color to highlight there. Same thing on this side. I think that green and that yellowy green looks so pretty together. Okay. Blend out a little bit more. Now I have this weird spot right here. It looks like I have a dark shade right there, like a brown or something. That is a shadow that I get from my orbital bone is right there, and because of my my hooded eyes and where it comes through there, it always looks like that. So yours will not look like that unless you have eyes identical to mine, but that's not something that I put there on purpose. It's just something I can't get rid of. So there's that. Now I want to go in with my pencil brush, and I'm going to take 101, which is our black. I am just going to take the tiniest little bit. I'm actually going to dab a little bit off on my hand because black can go so wrong so quick. So I am going to take it, and if I need to build it up several times, I'll build it up several times. It's much better than having to go back and redo the whole eye. So cross your fingers. I'm going to go in just on your outer V here, and we're going to swipe from the outer corner in to your inner part here, kind of like you were doing a winged eyeliner. And then we're going to take it into the crease. Do a little bit more. Like I said, I'll probably have to do this several times, but better safe than sorry when working with black eyeshadow. I'm taking very small, gentle strokes when I go in there. Alright, same thing, other eye. This is always the harder eye. Try to do this so you can see it on camera, but then I can't see it very well in my mirror. A little bit more. Very gently darken up the crease. I like this pencil brush for it because it's just sitting there at the top. It's not going to get down on the lower lid or the upper lid. It's going to be nice and precise, just where I want it. But it's just going to give a little more definition. Okay, now I'm going to go back to my blender brush, and very, very gently, I'm actually going to blend inward because I don't want to bring the black out. I want to gently bring it into from the inner V in just a little bit. Not much at all, just a little bit there. Okay. Alright, almost done. Now I am going to go back into the Dr. Facile with my brush. I'm going to do my under eye. Now this is where you can go really bold and really smoke it out, or you can go kind of gentle. It's all how bold you want to go for that day. You do you. No rules in makeup. If anybody tells you there are, tell them to screw themselves. Too many years I thought I was too old and I just needed to wear browns and tans. Nope. I mean, you know, I'm not going to go to a church picnic with, you know, my Disney villains look. Not that I'm going to a church picnic to begin with, but you know. But sometimes you just want to be dramatic, damn it. Okay, I like it. Let's get a little close in here. Alright, we're going to go ahead and finish the look up with my L'Oreal Infallible for my upper waterline, or tight line, excuse me. My Physicians Formula 2-in-1 Eye Booster. Give myself a little bit more of a wing here. I'm not going to make it too dramatic of a wing because I've already got the color coming out. I don't want to cover that up. You know what? Where's my... Let me try it this way. So I'm not... So you can still see what I'm doing, and I can see what I'm doing. See, I took it from out here into here, and then I'm going to close the little triangle here to the corner, and then I'm going to color it in. This other side, again, this is not my good side. We're going to try it the other way. For whatever reason, it works better for me if I reverse the way I do it. And then I take it from here and go out, close the triangle, and color it in, and then say wish when I look in the mirror that they're going to be even. Pretty decently even. Not perfect. But I get better every day, and you will too. Just practice. Practice on days you're not going out. Okay, I am going to put on my Too Faced Damn Girl Mascara. I'm still working on this. I can't decide if I like it or not. Definitely don't like it very much for my lower lashes. But I'm going to keep trying and see. Actually, I'm thinking, and let me know if this is something you'd like to see. I was thinking about doing a head-to-head with this and my current favorite, which is the It Cosmetics Superhero, where I do one on one side and one on the other. That way I can see, I can just look at them and compare them, see how they last throughout the day compared to each other, how they look compared to each other. Do I just think one looks better because I'm not seeing it next to the other? Okay, and this is where I have problems. See how big this wand is? It is so hard to get these little lashes down here. I don't feel like I get quite the look I want to out of them. Okay. I'm going to go in now with my Etude drawing pencil for my brows. Cover up that scar. Yesterday there was a sale on the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. Passed it up. It was half off. Hoping I'm not kicking myself later. But for right now, I've got 2 other brands. Alright, and then I'm just going to go in. Whoops. Did I get it out? Nope, I did not. My e.l.f. clear brow gel and mascara. I am just going to coat these lower lashes because of the heat to help it transfer a little bit less if possible. And then on the other side is the clear brow gel. Alright, so there's the eye look. I am going to finish it all off with a bold lip. I know normally bold eye, do a nude lip, but this is a Disney Villains. You gotta do a bold lip too. So I'm gonna start out with my Believe Beauty Long Lasting Lip Liner in So Chic. This is a Believe Beauty is a Dollar General exclusive. So this was like $3. I normally don't use lip liners with liquid lips, but since this is such a bold color, I'm going to use it. I am using the Lipslut in Fuck Kavanaugh. If you know me personally, you know I'm very, very, very liberal. Not ashamed of it at all. And this company, they have this shade, they have a nude shade that's called Fuck Trump, they have a berry shade that's called the Notorious RBG, and half of all the proceeds go to different charities. Like the Fuck Kavanaugh went to women's charities to help sexual assault survivors. I believe the Fuck Trump went to, and I could be wrong on this, I want to say it was immigration, refugees, places like that. And I'm not sure where the RBG one went to, but they all go to, you know, the 50% of the proceeds go to very good causes. You can only get them online, but if your political ideals are leaning that way, I would highly suggest you check them out. And I just find it's a beautiful, beautiful, bright, in your face kind of red. dries down kind of quick. Final step, again, especially in this heat, if you don't want your face to melt off, I'm using the Revolution Pro Fix setting spray. It's supposed to be a dupe for the matte, what is it, Fix? I think it's something like that, but this has such, ugh. Don't open your mouth right after you spray it. It has such a fine mist. It's so much better than just the huge globs right in your face. So here's the finished look. Okay. And once again, we used our Disney Villains palette. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this. If you want to see more like this, let me know. If you have any suggestions for eye makeup looks or palettes you'd like me to try, let me know down in the comments. If you could also like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. We're such a new channel. We are trying to build our audience, but that's all I have for you today. So stay cool, try not to melt, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.